Oh my, that's
No,
terrible.
that's terrible. Anything. No, no, no advertisement, no help, anything, anything. It is terrible.
Yes, that's it. All right. And well, you know what? I think that it is a very big problem.
Yes,
Mm, because of course we are exposed.
all the time. Yes, yes. And no, no, no filters. No, I don't think so. I don't think so. Why? But no, no filters. Yes, and on Sunday, we have a meeting with my sons. We have a nice food. And on Monday, I was at the school, but we had a terrible problem with the students, no?
What
And with
happened?
no, 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 no. We don't have students, ill students, but the boys are afraid, no, of the gripe. They are afraid, afraid.
Of cold.
Yes,
You know what? I think that it is something also very difficult. Not only the contention of the sickness itself, but also the stress that people is suffering.
yes. The stress and the economic problems is difficult. It's really difficult.
Yes, that's it. I agree with you. And now, whenever, well, I don't know what's going to happen because, of course, there is going to be a very big economical problem because people are not going to be buying anything. So economy will be stopped, and in the international way, of course, there's going to be also a lot of maybe resistance from people to come to Mexico. And so
Yes,
we are very close to Holy Week.
yes,
So there, it's supposed to be a very good opportunity for the some of the communities, the touristic places, to have well, a lot of incomes.
yes. But I think with the problem, they are not to have holidays. They are afraid of the problems, and the economic is bad. It's really bad.
Yes, that's it. Jesus, do you remember when we had that crisis of influenza?
Yes,
In that time, there was also a very difficult problem. We faced a crisis, an economical crisis, after the epidemic of influenza.
yes. But I think in that time we were the first with the problem, but now all the world has the problem. So we don't have enough medicine or vacuums for the cold because United States have the problem, Europe have the problem. So I think we don't have medicines or we don't have analysis. We don't have anything. Um, the school where I work is close to the Clínicas del Iste,
Oh, yeah.
and I was talking with a nurse that he's a mother of the school, and she told me that okay, we don't have people ill of cold, but we don't have anything for if the people is um, is sick. We don't have anything.
Just in case.
Yes, and I have a friend. I'm biologist, and I have a friend, and he worked in the bank of sangre. I don't know,
He works in the blood bank.
blood bank. And he was talking to me that uh, called with someone of his friends, and his friend told him, "We don't have anything. We don't have. We don't have." So I don't know. We don't know what are we going to do because we don't have anything. So what are we going to do?
Yeah, that's it. Well, I think that, well, I don't know. You know what? I have heard some news and some opinions that say that in Mexico there's not going to happen anything very difficult because of the climate and of the
Yes,
conditions, but who knows?
yes, I think it's real. The weather is good for us, but the virus has a potential reproduction. So the maths are necessary for this, and the math says that the virus is going to, the cure is going to be higher and higher.
Uh-huh.
But the weather is good for us, I think. Yes.
Uh-huh. Yes, but yes, you're right also. The virus has a very well, it is very adaptable because it can uh, live for some time after it adapts to the environment. So
Yes.
somebody told me also that if we keep on drinking water each 20 minutes, so it is possible to stop the contagious of the virus, because they say that the virus lives in our throat for 30 minutes. After those 30 minutes, the virus goes to the lungs. But if we drink water, instead of going to the lungs, the virus goes to our stomach. And so in our stomach, it is melted, or it is disappeared by the gastric liquids that we have in the stomach. I don't know if it is true.
No, it's impossible. The virus is an special organism that easily invade the cell, and the cell started to reply virus and virus and virus. And it is impossible that if you drink water, uh, uh, you can drink or eat the virus. It's impossible. If this was true, if it was true, anybody could drink water and we don't have problem.
Yeah, there shouldn't be any infected people.
Yes, no. I don't think the really is washing hands, and the distance of 1 meter, is estornudando. How do you say snoozing?
Sneeze. Sneeze.
Sneezing in your on your arms. I think is real, but drinking water, no, I don't think
It is
so.
not enough.
No.
Okay. Hey, thank you, because it is something that well, I had the doubt if it would be real, if it would help, but now I know that no, it is not enough.
I don't think so.
Okay. Well, thank you very much. Guess what, Carmen? I was waiting for anybody else to come, maybe one or two more students, but nobody comes. So let's start with today's topic. It's gonna be so nice. The conversation class for today is idioms. Do you know what is an idiom?
Idiomas.
Yes,
And the
maybe.
dialects, no.
No. Idioms means two idiomatic phrases. Into Spanish,
Okay.
we say modismos.
Okay.
So, do you know what is an idiom?
Yes, maybe the colloquial language, or modismos.
Yes, that's it. Well, idioms are phrases that change by the time. they change from time to time, from region to region, from age, even age of people, and we call them phrases, expressions. So, for example, an idiom into Spanish could be échale ganas. What do
Yes.
you mean with that? Where I am going to put them, how I'm going to put them. So that's a very interesting phrase because it has two meanings. The first meaning is the literal one. Échale ganas. ¿Dónde las echo? ¿Cómo las? That's it. And the other meaning is the figurated one. So échale ganas means esfuérzate.
Yes.
Okay, so that's an idiom. Guess what? In all of the languages, there are idioms. For example, into Spanish, we have lots of idioms. Another one could be whenever the boy goes to visit his father-in-law to be, and he says, Señor, vengo a pedirle la mano de su hija. Is it real? Do they only want a hand? What do they want a hand for?
Yes.
Okay, those are the idioms. Do you know any idiom into Spanish?
Um, apúrale no. I think way is my friend, way is my enemy, way is a stupid person, way is anything.
Yeah,
For today, nowadays, way is anything.
yes, that's it. Well, an idiom is a phrase, not only a word. Yeah, so for example, whenever you say into Spanish, hay muchas aguas. So of course, you don't mean that you are going to take water with you to put me on. It means what?
I had one friend when I was studying, so she got married with a boy than Venezuela. I don't remember. So when he was taking out the car of the house, she said to the husband, "Échame aguas," and the husband threw the water because she said, "What happened? You told me, échame aguas, yo te eché aguas."
And I did it. Jesus Christ. Yes, we assume that as it is something so common in our country, everybody understands it. And of course not, because it is a Mexican idiom.
Yes.
Jesus Christ. Or whenever you say, be right back, échale un ojito, ¿no? Say, no, of course not. Okay, those are the idioms. And as I told you before, in all the languages, you can find idioms. Let me tell you something. Idioms, to know idioms, to know how to use idioms is very interesting, but it can also be a little frustrating. Why frustrating? Because sometimes you feel that you know many of them, and the reality is that sometimes you listen an idiom that you didn't know and you say, oh my, why? No, or if, for example, there are not the same idioms in Mexico than in Spain.
Yes, they're different, yes.
Yeah, into Spanish, into Spain, I remember a time ago, I had a Spanish friend, a Spaniard friend, and I was saying something so funny, and he started laughing, but he laughed so much. He laughed out loud. And finally he said, que tú me matas. And I said, ¿qué? What? And so it means, me estás matando de risa, or kind of like that, no?
Yes.
And into Spanish, in Mexico, it is not so common.
No.
Any other time, I was teaching English in a gastronomy school. And guess what? There was a boy who was coming from Durango. I said something so not interesting, maybe. It was maybe a stupid thing. And he said, no se la bañe, doña. And I said, what? What do you mean? And so there was a boy who was living here, but in Nueva Tzacualco. And he tried to explain it to me, and he said, que no manche, jefa.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so those are idioms even into Spanish, Mexican Spanish, and sometimes we don't understand. So as I told you before, it can be frustrating sometimes that you think that you know many of those idioms, and the reality is that you listen to some more that you didn't know before.
Yes.
Okay, now we are going to see some idioms in English, all right?
All right.
Here we are. And it says to go bananas.
Go bananas.
Yeah, to go bananas means...
Keep your nose clean.
No, it means to get crazy.
Yes, to get crazy.
When you say, for example, oh my, there's too much work, I'm going bananas. Yeah, you mean me estoy volviendo loco, I'm getting crazy. To go bananas. All right. Well, you know what? I would like to show you a video. Let's listen and see to this video. And please help me later on to give me your opinion. All right, can you see?
Yes. No. 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 Yes.
Yes? All right. Now
Let's not beat around the bush. Get the hell out of here. This video has been brought to you by NordVPN. Get 75% off a 3-year plan at nordvpn.com/domics and use the code DOMICS for an extra free month. If English is not your native language, you may think it's difficult to learn. Well, as someone who grew up speaking English, let me just say, yes, yeah, you're absolutely right. English sucks. It's confusing, there are too many rules and too many exceptions. I before E except on Tuesdays and during full moons or something. The birth of my channel literally begins with a video of how I hate pronouncing the word rural. And now, I'm gonna complain about idioms. Idioms are a group of words established by a usage as having meaning not deducible from those of the individual words, blah blah blah. Basically, figures of speech, alright? Example, raining cats and dogs, meaning it's raining heavily. It's raining a lot. But it has nothing to do with cats and dogs. Who thought of this morbid metaphor? They could have chosen rocks, barrels, tires, anything else that was heavy and not alive. If someone told me it was raining tables and chairs outside, I'd be like, oh man, that's some heavy rain, I should probably stay inside. But if I found out cats and dogs were falling out of the sky, I'd be like, what the f are we waiting for, Jeremy? We gotta save them! Idioms help us express simple feelings in a more illustrated and colorful way. And yes, I did look into the origins of these sayings, but personally, some of them just don't make sense up front. Turn a blind eye, or refusing to acknowledge something which you know to be real. Pretend something didn't happen. Like when you catch your sibling trying to sneak out of the house after being grounded, and then they threaten you not to tell on them or else they'll punch you in your sleep. You turn a blind eye. Also, that's blackmail. Okay, I get the blind eye part, but why do you need to turn it? If you're already blind, you won't be able to see anyway, whether or not you're turned. That's redundant. Either turn or be blind. They both accomplish the same level of visual ignorance. If it was turn an eye blind, now that makes sense. It's just more morbid. Eat your heart out, to feel great sadness, often used as a taunt towards someone to encourage jealousy or regret. My goodness, another gruesome idiom. It's bad enough that I have to take my heart out to be able to eat it. but then I gotta eat it. This expression is often used with the name of someone famous as if to make them feel jealous of your accomplishment. Hey, what do you think of my painting? Wow, look at that. Eat your heart out, Michelangelo, am I right? I'm already dead. In a pickle, to be in a troublesome situation. Look, you could have picked a ditch, a well, a chimney, anything that could contain a body. But a pickle? Hey, I got your message. Ran as fast as I can. What's wrong? Just help me out, no questions asked. It's all downhill from here, used to signify that the situation will only get worse from that point on. But going downhill's the best part! Think of all the things and activities you do going downhill. Skiing, sledding, biking, hell, walking. None of these are fun going uphill. I guess in its defense, the idiom could mean being out of control while going downhill, but honestly, you could be out of control at any level of steepness. I've fallen up the stairs just as much as I've fallen down them. Tickled pink. To be delighted. Yo, Reggie, got anything good for your birthday? Yeah, actually, my parents finally got me a Switch. Wow, you must be tickled pink. Yeah, you're right, I guess it only works for white people. Wouldn't be caught or seen dead. Used to express the extent of which one would never be in something, particularly clothes, places, or situations. Which I don't understand, because when you're dead, you shouldn't be able to feel anything, let alone embarrassment. Ugh, Cindy, look at her top. I wouldn't be caught dead wearing something so ugly, ugh.
Oh, don't worry. I'll make sure they don't find your body.
Happy as a clam, an exaggeration of happiness. The complete idiom is actually as happy as a clam at high tide, because that's when they're least likely to be attacked by predators, but many go with the shortened version in reference to how clams look like they're always smiling. Nope, I disagree. It's just the angle of which you're looking at them. If you look at them from this angle, it looks like they're frowning. And rightfully so, because I like clam chowder, and being delicious is not a compliment you should be smiling about. Goody two-shoes, used to refer to someone who always does everything right and follows the rules, to the point of annoyance. Often used negatively. Well, I did you guys a favor and read the story of Goody Two-Shoes to see why. Let me summarize it for you. Marjorie Meanwell and her brother were two homeless orphans. Marjorie grew up only wearing one shoe. One day they meet a rich gentleman who buys her new clothes and a new pair of shoes. She was so excited and grateful that she exclaimed it to everyone she met, earning her name Goody Two-Shoes. She believed the rich man was good and wise because of his great learning, and so she learned to read and helped teach all the children in the village to learn as well. She prevented a man from being robbed and murdered because she warned him after overhearing some men plotting about it. She saved numerous animals from being abused by people. She was so wise and good that some idiots accused her of being a witch and put her under trial. She proves everyone wrong and continued being the goody two-shoes badass that she is. Why is this used to make fun of people? I strive to be a goody two-shoes, and you should too. Piece of cake or pie. An easy or simple task. There's nothing simple about a cake. There's so many different ways to make a cake. I guess if you don't care how it tastes, baking a cake or pie can be simple. But if the quality doesn't matter, then you could easily just use any other food as the idiom. Wow, that cake looks amazing! Did you really make that? Yeah, it was a piece of steak. What? Eat your heart out, Duff Goldman. Is that a famous chef or baker? That's a no-brainer. Okay, man, I just wanted to know if you made it. And Bob's your uncle. Okay, weirdo. Hey, what are you doing? They already know NordVPN is sponsoring this. But if you're unfamiliar with NordVPN, it's a virtual private network service that helps protect your privacy and security online, ensuring you browse the net anonymously with no data logging using military-grade encryption. With thousands of servers in over 61 countries, a lightweight user-friendly software, NordVPN lets you virtually be wherever you want in the world. Have more than one device, and no problemo! You can protect up to 6 devices.
All right. Thank you very much. I think that there was a lot of information, but they talked about many idioms.
Yes.
So now let's do this. We are going to share this screen so that you can see the PPT, or the presentation. All right, so one of the idioms is to go bananas. Tell me, Carmen, do you go bananas very frequently?
Yes.
When do you
I
go bananas?
um I'm the principal of the school, so when we have problems with the mom and dad of the students, I go bananas. Or when my chief told me or tell me, he tells me, please, this is for today. In 5 minutes, I want the statistic. In 5 minutes, I want the results. I know that she the problem isn't with him, with her. The problem is with the other authorities, no. But sometimes I think I go bananas.
Oh, yeah, I think so. Well, you know what? I personally think that we women go bananas very easily because we have lots of things to do. And
Yes.
we are very nervous sometimes. We are trying to do things as far and as soon as we want. And sometimes it is not possible. All right. So, Noe, welcome. How are you? No,
How are you? I'm fine.
fine.
I'm fine. Excuse me, this is classroom level.
And the level of the class is A2, general 1.
Okay.
What's your level, Noe?
Basic.
Then you should be in classroom number 2, I guess, with teacher Pilar. Okay, let me rename my... Okay. Yes. Well, you are supposed to be with teacher Pilar, but if you want to stay here with us, there's not a problem. Okay. So let's continue. Yes, we were talking about going bananas. All
Yes.
right. Let's go to some other idioms. Look at this. Here I have this one that says to have your nose in the air. It's have a snobbish or a disdainful attitude. Whenever we are not a very simple person, we are not a people person. Into Spanish, we say se cree mucho.
Se cree mucho.
Whenever you say, for example, I had a boss time ago. She was the daughter of a very famous politician, and she had her nose in the air. She didn't want to speak to teachers. So it was incredible because as a director, of course, you have to have communication with the people you work with. But
Yes.
she had
All
her
the
nose
time.
in the air.
Oh,
Do you know any person like this?
and yes, my sister-in-law, my brother-in-law,
Oh,
have your nose in the air.
his nose. He has his nose in the air.
In the air. He, yes.
Why?
I don't know. It's difficult to understand. It's angry. Is angry by anything, and his husband is the same. So both of them have their nose in the air. It's
Mm.
difficult to talk with him.
Oh my, that is not nice.
Not nice.
All right. So keep your nose clean. It means avoid trouble or situations that compromise one's honesty. For example, when you say, you know what? One student offered me money because of
Oh my
the,
God.
the scores. No, well, let's suppose that a student say, "Hey, teacher, why don't you help me?" But guess what? I prefer to keep my nose clean, not to be in trouble. All right. And I said, no, 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 no. Hey, you're going bananas, boy. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So this is something so difficult, I think. But you, as a director, I
Yes.
think that sometimes have a problem like this, no? Like any people could offer you any situation that could compromise your honesty. Has it happened something to you?
Yes. I think what the problems are with the relatives, or with the students, with the parents.
Mm-hmm.
So I told with the teachers all the time, and for me, say for me, keep your nose clean. Don't say, don't write in este, don't write WhatsApp. Don't be in the don't phone with the students because you will have problem. Keep your nose clean.
Uh-huh. Hey, that's a very good piece of advice. And it is
Yes.
a very good example. Excellent. Thank you. All right. So the next one, on the nose, precisely at an exact time. So, you know what? Today I had a problem because I am working also in another secondary school, and I stopped classes there at 7:40. So I had to come running in a rush, and I am on the nose because 8 o'clock I was turning my computer on. I was on the nose.
Okay. And every day or always you leave to the school at this time, and or you
Yes.
today you were late? Were you
No,
late?
no, it is an example because guess what? The secondary school is very near to my house. So
Uh,
I take a taxi and in 5 minutes I'm home. So I just need the person in the taxi to be there, and I am here in my house very soon. So I am almost never late to classes because of the other shift.
okay.
All right. So
That's okay.
an example of this on the nose.
On the nose. I see. When I say to my son, at what time are you going to come back? At middle of the night. Yes, but on the nose. Yes.
That's it. Yeah, that's it.
Because
Very
I'm watching by the cameras, so it's middle of the night. Mario is going to come back. I need to watch by the cameras because the problem, no, with the burglar, with the problems.
yes. Yes, yes, you're right. You know what? I remember that time ago, my brother was in a very rebellious attitude with my parents. We were very young. We were kind of like 16 years old. And my brother was a real troublemaker. I remember that once upon a time, well, once he went party and my daddy asked him, what time are you coming back? And my brother answered, whenever I want. And
Oh.
so my daddy turned around, stared at him. He saw directly to his eyes and he said, on the nose, please. And I said, wow, that's philosophy. I thought that he was going to yell or to even hit my brother, but to slam him. But no, he only said, On the nose, please. That's it. All right. So
Okay.
let's go to the next. Noe, why don't you participate with us?
I no understand
Yes, that's it.
your
Well,
conversation.
that is the problem when you are in another classroom.
Yes.
Here the level is general one, it's A2. That's why it is a little difficult.
Excuse me.
Es que esta clase es de general 1, es A2, entonces por eso es un poco más complicado, Noé. Te decía que la clase de inicial está en el salón 2, me parece, con la maestra Pilar.
Sí, okay. Gracias.
No, de qué. All right, let's continue. Carmen, could you help me reading, please?
Right under one's nose in an obvious location, yet overlooked.
Aha. For example, whenever you say, once upon a time, I was looking for my eyeglasses. And so I really went bananas because I couldn't find my eyeglasses. And so, do you know where they were? They were here.
Oh.
And so I said to my children, hey, haven't you seen my eyeglasses? You take everything and put it in another place. That's not possible. I can't find my eyeglasses. Haven't you seen my eyeglasses? And my little girl said, Mommy, they are right under your nose. In Spanish, we say, están en tus narices. And yes, it was literal. They were
Yes.
on my nose. All right, any example for this idiom?
I think every day in every time, where are the keys? Where is my bag? Where's the telephone, the cell telephone? My telephone is always loose in every time. So, and I have in the desk, or I have on the desk or anything. So right under one's nose, I think for me is everything.
Yeah,
Everything.
right on your nose. Right
Yes.
under your nose.
Yes.
Yeah, that's it. That's where that's what happens sometimes to me also, no? So yes, I said, I can't find the answer for this problem. But later on I realized that the answer for the problem was directly right under my nose. All right, so let's go to the next. Could you please help me reading this?
It's no skin of your nose back. The outcome will not affect me personally. Personally.
Personally.
Personally.
So it's no skin of my nose
Nose.
or my back. Whenever you say no se me va a subir, no me voy a. Well, my personality is not going to change. If I win the lotto, I think that it's no skin off my nose.
Ah, wonderful. Yes, I think
Well,
it's a good it's a good example and a good idea.
well, that's what I think. Let's hope not.
Yes.
we will never know. We will never know ourselves enough. I don't know, but I think that I know of myself so small, so a little, because I haven't had the opportunity to be under some different circumstances. So do you think that if you if your conditions were different, there's skin off your nose?
No, I don't think. No.
Yes, let's hope no. All right.
Yes, I hope not.
Maybe whenever you have your certification, you are not going to want to talk to me. It's
Ah,
gonna be skin of your nose.
I know. I don't think so. No, no, no.
It's an example, of course, and it's a bad joke.
Yes.
All right, so now here, could you please?
Yes, stick your nose into something. Intrude into something that is not your affair.
Yes, guess what? I saw my granddaughter. She's 9 years old. She's a little baby.
Yes.
She's a sneaky girl. And she's sticking her nose into my drawers all of the time. She's looking for my eyeshadows, for my lipstick. And I say, baby, stick your nose out of my things. All right, so your turn. Let's do an example.
I like to teach to the students of the first grade. So and every day or sometimes they told me, oh, did you cut your hair? And where do you go? Why do you have those shoes? Someday I was wearing red shoes because it was cold and okay, red shoes. And I told to my son, these red shoes, I think isn't good, isn't fine. And he said, don't worry, Mom, anything, nobody is going to watch your red shoes. But when I get to the classroom, the boys told me, oh yes, you have red shoes.
And you said, hey, stick your nose out of my shoes.
My shoes.
Jesus Christ.
Yes.
Very good example. All right, so what about this? This is so nice.
But where one's nose to use the restroom lavatory. I don't understand. To use the restroom, el baño.
Yeah, whenever you go to the restroom and you don't want to say, I'm going to the bathroom.
Yes.
I'm going to powder my nose.
Oh, yes. And we said, I'm going to the chorus.
That's it. I'm going to the chorus now. Or even into Mexican colloquial language, we say sometimes, I'm going to my tree. No?
Yes.
Voy a mi arbolito.
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
When I was at the secondary school, we said, I go to my tree.
Yeah. And so you can say, I'm going to powder my nose. That's it. So elegant.
Yes.
All right. So let's go to the next.
Keeping one's nose to the grindstone, working hard on something repetitive or tedious.
Whenever.
Maybe when I'm cleaning the house.
I would say, for example, it could be, or when you were studying for an exam and you say, oh no, I have to keep my nose in the books.
Yes, okay.
Excellent. All right.
Okay.
Okay, so to have a nose for is to have natural ability at something. For example, when you say, I have a nose for languages.
Yes, I think so. I have a nose for mathematics.
Yeah.
I'm really fast for mathematics, and I like a lot.
Wow. Somebody told me one day, hey, Maggie, are you learning another language? And I said, yes, math. All right.
Difficult.
Yeah, so difficult. Well, for me, somebody told me, Maggie, how good are you for mathematics? And I said, hey, I am an English teacher. You know why? That's it. All right. So to play by ear, it's to play an instrument from memory instead of reading all the partitures, or instead of, I don't know, yes, to be reading, then you say, I am playing by ear. For example, me, my son is a musician. He went to a music school.
Mm.
He plays the guitar. He's a classical guitar player.
Oh, wonderful.
I play the guitar also, but I didn't go
Oh,
to school. So I play by ear.
okay.
Do
It's
you
good.
play? Yeah, that's it. That's nice. So do you play any instrument by ear?
No, no. I can't play anything. No, my son play the battery, the guitar, but no. And when he was a boy, he studied in Yamaha institution. I don't remember. And every class I was at the classroom with him, but I didn't understand. I think it's difficult. It's really difficult.
Yeah, it is.
It is. I think no. I don't have. I can.
Yeah, you know what? When I was listening to my son that he was practicing, I said, well, it doesn't sound too difficult. But whenever he was reading his partitures and he was playing with his guitar reading, I said, geez, I prefer to play by ear because it is so difficult.
Difficult.
All right, so let's go to the next. A heart of gold. It means a very kind nature. So you know what? Some people used to say that I am a heart of gold. I have a heart of gold because I like to help people. I don't think
Yes.
my heart is of gold because I am a human, so humans have heart of muscle, blood. So no, I don't think so. But can't you give me an example about this?
I think you are a good person. You are friendly. You are lovely, and you are a good teacher because all the time you are positive. You are friendly. I think you have a heart of gold.
Oh, thank you very much. You know what? I think that you directors in schools have also a heart of gold. Of course, sometimes we say, she's so demanding, or sometimes she's so strict. But those are things that are necessary. And for having a job like that is so difficult because directors are not only in their offices signing
No,
documents, but also you have to face to undergo many difficult problems every day, to pay attention to children, to pay attention to teachers, to
the
listen
teacher.
to parents complain. Geez, I think that is something of the most difficult. And
Yes,
you do it not only because of a job, you do it because you think that it is a opportunity for helping people. And so only by that reason, I think that you have a heart of gold.
ah, thank you, Maggie. Yes, be the director is difficult, and for me it's important to work with the teacher, to help to the teacher, to listen to the teacher, and so I visit the classroom. I study a lot because I need to campaign. I need to help to the teachers, and think in the students,
Yes,
work with the
that's,
students, play with the students, fairy tale for the students.
yeah, that's it. And so I think that it is not only difficult also because of the teachers and students, but also you have to cope with supervision.
Oh, yes.
Oh my! So to be going to supervision every single day, it's a pain in the neck.
Yes.
All right. Well, let's continue. Let's see the last. It's over my dead body. It's I will never let this happen. I think that it is something.
Rip.
Yes, to
It's
say
good.
over my dead body. Okay, let's go. Let's do it. No, for example, I remember one day my ex-husband told me that he was going to sell the house. And
Oh.
I said, aha, of course, over my dead body. And he said, if I need to kill you, I will do it. Then I got,
Oh.
yeah, I got divorced.
Better.
Yeah, it is much better. So, any example of this?
Yes. One of my husband really like the tattoos. So when he was at the high school, I said, over my that body. But today he has tattoos. Now he's 30 years old. He's a psychologist. Um, he works in Médicos Sin Fronteras, and they like the tattoos. So I don't say anything now, but it was difficult for me.
Yeah,
Really difficult.
you know what? I think that it is difficult because we belong to another generation. And so the
Yes.
ideas that we have about tattoos are very different. My son, my eldest son, has also a lot of tattoos. At first, I I was going bananas. I said, "No, my goodness, why do you do that?" And I said also that he said the first time, he said, "Mommy, would you give me for permission to have a tattoo?" And I said, "Over my dead body." But
Mhm.
whenever he came back from school,
Yes.
he had a tattoo in his neck. And I said, "No."
No. Oh no.
And I said, "Oh, delinquency." And later on,
Yes.
nowadays he is an executive in a company. But at first, I was really, really pulling my hair. I said, "No, no, no, my son is not going to be a good person."
Yes, but nowadays the tattoos are common. Um, People use tattoos. The waitress, the football players,
Yeah,
tattoos. The musician. So
even mhm.
as it's difficult for us.
Yeah, even doctors.
Even doctors, yes, teachers, even teachers.
Yeah.
Now teachers have tattoos.
Yes, and well, I think that the world is changing. Uh,
Yes.
Josue, could you give us an example of some of these of some of these idioms? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I can give you an example. from the last, well, last example you just gave us, over my dead body, probably is when you, like in my case, my wife, she really likes to go to see football games. She's up to Los Pumas. She goes for Los Pumas, and when she say like, "Oh, we're gonna see this game, football game, you're gonna enjoy it, you're gonna be happy over there," and I said like, "No, over my dead body." So that's and that's a useful example, or that's a phrase that I'm gonna use next time she asks me for to go to the game, to the football game. And
That's it.
uh, a heart of gold, every kind nature. That's when you're like a good person or something like that.
Uh-huh.
Okay, probably is. Oh, but I don't think nothing comes to mind right now. But probably when you play by ear. Sorry. I used to play guitar. I used to play guitar, and I had a friend that was really good playing guitar, the bass, the drums, the piano, and I used to ask every time he was playing the instruments. Hey man, how do you do this? How do you do that? I know how to play by ear. Probably will be an example. I don't know,
Oh, yeah, that's it. That's a very
and,
good one. All right.
but I don't know how to use this one. This one, well, the one in the line that you are pointing with the finger, the one that says to shake a leg. How do
That
you use that one?
chocolate.
Like it's a hurry up. Probably means hurry up, but I don't know. You use it
Uh-huh.
when you are in a rush to go to school or go to your job, or how do you use it?
Uh-huh. You can say, hey, shake a leg. Come on, go. It's late. Shake a
Okay.
leg. Or whenever you say,
Okay.
oh my, it's too late. I have to shake a leg.
Okay. It's like when somebody says like chop chop, like hey
Uh-huh.
guys, chop chop,
Yeah, or chip.
like chip chip, all right?
Yeah, that's it.
I haven't practiced my English, so I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. It's okay. Yeah, or you can say shake a leg. But guess what?
Shake a leg,
There's another one that says to break a leg.
up break a leg.
But it means that we wish you have a lot of success. And it means, hey, go and do it. For example, as I told you before, my son is a musician. I remember that in one of his concerts, it was going to be a very important one. And I said, go, baby, do it. Go and break a leg, really break a leg. And so he
Do
said, no,
your best,
mommy, why?
like do your best to get it.
Yeah, that's it. Do your best. Break a leg.
Okay.
But shake
Okay,
a
good.
leg means hurry.
All right. Thanks for the example.
That's it. Thank you so much. All right. Guess what? There are many other idioms that we could be checking, but unfortunately, time is over. So let's hope that you. Why don't you send me an email so that I can send you this presentation for you to have those languages, I'm sorry, those idioms, because we have more. Okay, so if you want me to send you this material, send me an email to teacher2 at inglesilse.com, edu.com, all right?
All right.
And I will be sending it to you. Well, I think
Thank you.
this, yeah, thanks to you. All right. Okay, mine. I'm going to write mine. Teacher two at inglesilse.com. No, edu.com. I'm sorry. Edu.com. That's
Uh,
my email address.
In the chat? What is in the chat or what is the?
Yeah, it's in the chat.
Okay. No,
Okay?
no,
And
no.
I will
It's
be sending it to you.
okay.
It's the same email address of your tutor, but I am teacher too. That's the only difference.
Yes.
All right.
All right.
Well, thank you very much for your attendance and your attention, and meet you next class. Have a very good night.